All right, guys, so welcome almost towards the end. This one, we're going to work on Chapter 5, Practice 5, Stock Portfolio, Multiple Worksheets. This one's really interesting, guys. You'll have fun. So let's click on it and download it. I already did it to save time. All right, so here I have my file ready for you guys to work on. So first step, enable editing, content, all of that cool stuff. So here we're going to be working with 4 different worksheets within the same workbook. We have the summary, we'll get to it at the end. We have the stock prices, assuming that's the current close right now. We have information for Tom, Rick, and Mary. Cool? All right, so let me show you how to make this one a little interactive. How to show you how to make like a pull down menu instead of having to know the patient name, the doctor, the medication. Instead of having to type it up, let me show you this. This is really neat. If we go to the Data tab, we click on their Data Validation, and then you click on List. The source, I don't know it by memory, but if you already have it written, I think we have it written on the stock prices, which would be those different type of symbols or companies they could have invested with. So I select them, okay. What happened, if you notice on A3, you have a little pull-down menu where you could select, and that's really neat, and I could even copy it. I don't have to do one by one, and I make the different companies really fast. We could do it again for practice. So what you do, you select the cell. It has to be one by one. So you click on the cell, you go to the Data tab on the ribbon, you go to Data Validation. Any value, you change it for a list. The source, if you have it, cool. If you don't, we'll type it up. You have it somewhere, select the cells from where to where, the medication, the patient's name, whatever you think of. And that's it. You want to copy it down. Then I could change them to different company symbols they invested with. Again, so I click on the cell. I could have copied and pasted, but I'm just doing this for practice. Data validation, change it to a list. Source, I'm going to select it from the source I already have. Okay, and really cool, guys. Gotta copy it, that one I have to do one by one. So he invested in Disney, and then that one invested, it doesn't matter, IBM, wherever you want. Cool. Now let me show you another cool feature we could do in Excel. I'm going to work with Tom, Rick, and Mary at the same time. With all those 3 cells, they're grouped. If you notice right here, it says in the name, group. So if I do something simple as writing your name, adding, whatever, everything's done within the same format, assuming all the cells are arranged in the correct cells and everything. So for example, the formatting, let's put borders all around them. I'm going to put all borders. And look, I'm going to click outside. If I click on another tab that wasn't part of the group, that's how you ungroup them. Tom has Rick has it, and Mary has it. So again, to group them, you select, you press the control key, and you can select different worksheets at the same time. Cost. What formula can we create to create the cost of those formulas? Well, the cost, I could multiply the number of shares they purchased of that company at the current price they paid when back in 2 years, 3 years, whenever they paid for them. And that gives me that function. That's it. Value. We need the current price, assuming they sold all of the stocks right now, an emergency happened, they need the money. So we need the price that it's selling for. So now the value, even though I don't have it, but I could select that price and multiply it by the number of shares he or she would pay for. That assuming they will sell all of them right now. And my gain or loss, I could take my current value right now, how much money I made or lost, and subtract it from my original cost I purchased for them. And that's how really fast I could come up with that. What am I doing? Just saving time and doing the functions really fast. So I could, if you get that something weird, that's probably because it got converted to a date or something else and shouldn't have. You could always select them and bring them back to money, currency, whatever you guys are working with. Get pounds, don't get scared, this just doesn't fit. What did we do? We pretty much finished the exercise really fast, working with a single worksheet, but we did it for all the other ones. You're like, teacher, wait up. You're right. So it has to be ungrouped. We need the current price. The current price of AOL, I don't know, we would have to get it from the internet somewhere. This is a cool feature it had to Excel used to have back in 2010 and before, prior to that. They took it away in this new versions, but oh well, this serves as instructional purposes. So let's assume right now they're selling at that price. American Online, Dell, Walt Disney, International, and all of those different companies. To make this work, I'm going to have to add another column. So column A, I'm going to do an insert. And I'm going to grab my symbols that we already have. And I'm going to place them aligned with that. Why? You'll see right now. AOL, it's selling at $53. Dell is selling at $49, and so on. So now, for example, I could do a cool formula called VLOOKUP or HLOOKUP. We kind of did it in a prior exercise. So that should be under lookup and reference. In this case, the table is a vertical. I'll explain right now, look. So VLOOKUP, what am I looking for? The name of the company, the name of that stock symbol. Where? In the stock prices. Why is it a vertical table? Because the names are in the same column. That information is in the same column. The price is in the same column. That's why. So I'm going to select at least from AOL all the way to the T and the last. You can select a lot, but we pretty much just need that section. I don't want it to move, so you want to make sure you put a lock to it, function F4. And what column do I want to return? Here, I know it's not part of it, but if you notice, this is column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, column 5. I'm interested in getting back the value of the column 5. So here in the stock, in that section, I would put literally a number 5. And there you go. It's picking up the name of AOL that it's selling at $53.63. You don't believe me? I'm going to change it to Dell. Change to 4906. Let's go to the table to verify. Dell, it's selling at 4906. See, it's really cool, guys. A lot of cool things we could do. Like, what do I have to do? Nothing. Just copy it. Like, can I copy those functions? Yeah, you could. And we could go to Rick's and we just paste them. I could go to Mary's and just paste them. And we did it. Tom doesn't know how to invest. He lost $8,000 today. Rick lost $337 according to the market. Everybody's losing, but Mary, good for you girls. She made $16,825. Cool. There you go. How can we get all that information ready in the summary? Like this. How much money did Tom invest? I don't know. So equal to Tom, his cost, he invested $33,000. Rick, equal to, I go to Rick's, and then his total 27 cost. And then the same thing with Mary. I'm sure there's other ways, but this isn't a simple way to just link cells together. Current value, do the same thing. So Tom, what was his value at the moment? 25,000 that he could sell or recuperate right now. Rick, he could recuperate 26,000. Mary, she could recuperate 34 grand right now. Gain or loss, I could do the formula from here. My value, current value, subtracted from my original cost. Lost, lost, and lost. And the last one made money. My percent, well, I could take that money, how much money he made or lost, and divide it by the original cost he or she purchased. And that will tell me he lost 24% of what he invested. He lost 1% of what he invested, and Mary made a 95% increment on her sales. But let's assume we could play with Tom. Instead of AOL, let's say he invested in IBM. Instead of Microsoft, let's say he invested in AOL. Oops, no, even worse. Dell? Oops, losing money. Disney then? Oh, more money. Microsoft? Or he invested in IBM here, and that stock he invested in Microsoft. You see, I don't know. Right now it's just figurative. but now at least you see now it's interactive with the numbers are automatically changing and updated to whatever information we put, guys. Cool. There you go. There you have it. All right, guys, take care. See you later. And I hope you enjoy seeing the cool features you could do in